2020 Tata Harrier. I know it's old and its facelift is nearing soon, but what we can do, we have got the car right now, so straight away going under the hood. So this 2020 model gets the same engine, Cryotech 2-liter diesel engine, but the major difference is in the tuning. So it produces 30 PS of more power. That means 170 PS power, and you can see insulation here. And it doesn't get hydraulic struts, which is a big flaw. And the hood is also really like heavy, so I can do workout with it. So you can see obviously the build quality is really nice, and obviously design of the Harrier is one of the best in the segments. You can see here is your DRL switch, also turns into indicator. That is the DRL, and the indicators are obviously not the dynamic swipe, but yeah, it's a blinker. Does a pretty well job. And below that you can see the headlamp setup, and this is your low beam, whereas this is a high beam. This low beam is the HID, and high beam is the yellow halogen light. You can see attention to detail. It also has a cornering function, and below the headlight you see a fog lamp, which is also a yellow halogen. And below that you can see chrome lining, chrome finish there. And coming on the grill, obviously it's a piano black grill with some housings in it. I mean, typical Tata grill. And it gets a humanity line, which is finished in chrome, connecting both the front DRLs. And there are some air dams to cool the engine. And below you can see the bumper has been finished in plastic to, I believe, reduce the visual bulk. And more or less, like you can see, the road presence really looks nice of the Harrier, and it has a commanding position. Bonnet is sort of curved a bit, and you can see the curvy. Then you get the cladding, also plastic cladding running all around. And so from the side, the major difference is the alloy wheels. I know it gets dual tone diamond cut alloy wheels, but this one actually it is sprayed. I mean, it is a black sprayed alloy. I mean, this car was used in the recent Tata Motors Black Squad event, that's why. So not only they painted the this alloy wheels black, but also they wrapped the car in black. They wrapped the car totally black to make it a dark edition Harrier. So that's why they colored it. So the tire size happens to be 235 65 R17, and it used to get a diamond cut alloy wheels in a regular, it is a regular model, but as I told, it is painted. And from the side, the length is really good enough. I mean, size is good. And you can see the cladding running below the door sills also, and chrome line there, and chrome tip on the door handle, as well as a request sensor button on driver and co-driver both. So no cost cutting there. ORVM is finished in black. Integrated integrated indicators on the in the ORVMs. A pillar is black. You can see the chrome line connecting, chrome belt line surrounding the windows. And the B pillar is also finished in piano black, so nice touch there. And you can see the Tata logo here, badging here. And C pillar are also finished with glass, and you can see the chrome here with Harrier badging in it. So that's the thing. And the obviously, like, the rear is the same size tire, but it doesn't get disc at the rear. At this price point, it's rather offering, but it doesn't get. It should have got, and you have to just press and it will open. And here is the diesel. So it only is available in the diesel. So I think Harrier looks really nice from every possible angle, but the angle which I personally like is the rear, and it will definitely remind you of Land Rover cars. Obviously, it is derived or based on its platform. And looking on the tail lights, the indicators are halogen, so is the reverse lamp, whereas the parking lights is full LED. You can see it looks really nice, especially in night. And below that you get a rear fog lamp also, which is also halogen. So at this price point we expect all LEDs, both at front as well as rear, but we hope that in facelift that will be resolved. And this is piano black treatment, like it's running all the way till here around the tail lights also, and connecting both the tail lights, you can see, and it really looks nice and remind you of Velar and all Land Rovers. And here is the Tata logo in chrome, and here is the reverse camera, and below are the 4 parking sensors. And this is the bold Harrier badging. Obviously in the regular model it is of chrome, but I mean it is a regular model, but this was, again, as I told, it was used in the event, that's why it is in black, that's why. As the dark edition Harrier also gets in black. And lower half of the bumper, I mean the bumper is also, this bumper is finished in black, again to give it a SUV look, as well as reduce the visual bulk. And here are your fake exhaust with surrounded chrome tip and reflector here, and same is the case there. So both are fakes, the real one lies here. And the spare wheel is a steel, obviously, and a space saver. It is, I guess, 16 inch, and you can see the underbody suspension setup. And this is sort of a, like cladding sort of thing, which is also finished in black. And obviously you get the wiper with the washer here. I mean washer fluid comes from here. High mountain stop lamp, and this is the attention to detail. I mean like some tiger sort of make in India thingy. Obviously this is the Tata Motors car, so it's completely made in India almost. Some parts are imported though. And you can see attention to detail. And obviously you get shark fin antenna also, and the roof is finished black, dual tone roof, and a large panoramic sunroof, which we will talk about inside. And so let's open the boot, and it doesn't get much bigger. I mean it's not the biggest boot in the segment. It gets a 425 liter. It is quite small, but below this you can see the toolkit and all those stuff, and below this you get some compartment to keep your more stuff, and there is a warning triangle. And the boot is well shaped, I would say. I mean like though it is smaller, but it is really well shaped. You can see here is your subwoofer, JBL subwoofer. We will talk about speaker more. And here is your light, nothing much. And this is obviously a partial step, so it doesn't get electric tailgate opener. I mean electric tailgate, but yeah, it gets electromagnetic tailgate opener. And let's hop in at the rear. You can see the space is really nice. And here you can see the grab handle, leather finished here. And this is for your power window, which is not auto up and down. Lock unlock, inner door handle, and 1 liter bottle holder here, and some space to keep more stuff than your bottles. And the seat also splits into 60-40 split. You can increase your boot easily. Let's hop in and listen to the silence. I mean cabin really feels silent when you just like close the door. So that's the thing. And the space is really nice. Seat is a little ahead, but like it's not too much, but the space is awesome. And thigh support is also not at all lacking. It's more than enough for me, at least good enough. So so good heighted people will also not face issue. Above 6 feet might. And here you get the center armrest with 2 cup holders here, and center person might don't feel much comfortable because it is a bit upright, and even here is some slight hump here, and this is also coming out. So but yeah, I mean, if I talk about the width, well, I mean, good enough. 3 people can sit easily, but they might some congestion. And as I told you, it only gets 2 headrests, 2 adjustable headrests at the back, and height, I mean, headroom is good enough. Could have been better if the panoramic roof was not there, but mainly this panoramic roof eats in the space. And at the center you doesn't get AC vents. AC vents are here on both the sides, so you can keep your phone and this stuffs here, whereas the charging USB port is here to charge your phone. It is a fast charger. And front seat is slightly scooped out, and a magazine holder is also there. It doesn't get height adjustable seat belts, which is the one biggest flaw at this price point, at least. Little light here, see, with a grab handle with a hook. So our overall comfort is really nice, and the material used, the fit finish, and the comfort is also good. I mean, the ride quality, which we will talk about later, could have been slightly better for the rear passengers. Whereas the material, you can see the leather, the fit finish material, it really feels so nice. I won't regret that I've paid 25 lakhs for this. It's more than enough. So that's the biggest thing. And the material, everything is just too good. If I have to give you, in materials and fit finish, I would give Tata Motors 10 out of 10. So look at the build quality. Even the build quality is just too good. It doesn't make thud. It feels like so premium. So here is your Twitter also, and you see speakers, which we will talk about later. So that's the thing. We nailed it, Tata Motors, in terms of material. So you can see, and obviously panoramic sunroof, which we will talk about later. And let's go ahead. And so here are your power window controls for all power window, child lock for your windows, same lock unlock, inner door handle, grab handle. Material just feels so nice. This is leather, okay, soft leather. This is also leather, so that's the thing. And obviously you get a 1 liter bottle holder here, and you can keep some stuff here also, and umbrella holder, so that's a nice touch there. And obviously speaker here, and you can see this is your, it also works as your puddle lamp at the rear below, and this can be used for the oncoming traffic to give it a warning that the door is open. So closing the door, again it feels so nice. Cabin feels really silent. And so this is your push button start stop. So and here it turns on, it does a full swipe, and Tata logo comes in. So this is for your obviously ORVM controls. You can close it, press it again and it will open. And you can see airbag badging. Obviously it gets 6 airbags, so turn off the indicators. And here is your steering wheel. Steering wheel is a bit too big, I would say. It could have been a bit smaller. And obviously it is leather finished, and you can see the stitching here, and it feels really nice to hold. And at the center, Tata logo, horn. You will listen to the horn. Horn could have been better. And this is your auto up as well as auto down, only for the driver, okay, not for the other. So at this price point we should have got all the power windows, auto up and down, at least from the driver side. So, and this part is for the cruise control. You can see, increase the speed or decrease or cancel the cruise, and this is to browse through your multimedia cluster. So your instrument cluster is obviously partially digital, so only the speedometer is in analog, whereas rest is digital, and it has a lot of information in it. Like you can browse through it, and it will show you instant fuel economy, 2 trip meter with like average fuel economy, time, driving time, average speed, and obviously kilometer driven. And then trip B also same information, time, average speed, average fuel economy, and it also shows the like the Baleno and the Glanza, the power and torque output, which is really nice touch, and it looks nice. And DT also, distance to empty. So it has a lot of things, and it also shows which track is playing. Like right now it's playing FM, so it's showing that. Above that you can see temperature meter, temperature, and there it shows you time, and this is a digital RPM meter, and the fuel level indicator is in the center. It's like a bucket filled with water, so it's showing it here, you can see. And odometer is in the bottom, you can see there, and this is your temperature meter, and telltale lights are all around, and it also shows in which mode it is. Like it's in P, so it will show you P, and then if you take it to neutral or reverse, so and so it will show. Will also show whether it's in sport mode, eco mode, so it's like that, which we will talk about the modes later, so that's why. And this is your to browse through that your multimedia, this multimedia center console. So it also gets the voice command, like I can wait a second, I guess, yeah.
One world, you.
Please say the command after the beep.
Play FM.
Playing from FM radio.
Free Radio 1.
So you can see like you can give the voice commands, but it won't do stuff like decrease the temperature or open the sunroof, some basic. We believe that in future Tata Motors will add that, definitely. And like this is your for the automatic, obviously it gets automatic headlights, so stocks are here, and even the wipers are automatic, so stocks are here. And like let's see, the spray is a decent, good enough spray, and does a good job to clean the windshield. And same as the rear wiper, you can see the spray coming and it cleans. So wiper does a good job, and it's so intelligent, it knows that the water will be left over, so it cleans it again. So it gets some silver grayish material here also. So let's talk about the center console. So it gets a lot of features in it, like you can select so you can select many things from it. Like in setting you can see vehicle setup, body setup, phone setup. So there are S themes which you can see, like right now it's in Zen, so you can move to Zing, and theme activated, you can see. So not only this will change the color, even this will, like we can. So there are total of 4 themes, I believe, and obviously there is. So you can like Zeal, Zing, then user, then Zen. So you will see like even this color also changes, so that's a nice touch. and obviously it gets a, I mean, this system could have been better, I mean, looking at the competitions. So it is good, I mean, could have been a bit more fluent and could have got more features, but it gets Android good enough, like normal, I mean regular features like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, radio, USB 4 audio setup, and Bluetooth aux. So that's the thing. And it also gets Drive Next, which shows you how much efficiency you are driving, I mean like how you are driving. It will give you ratings and all in terms of safety and your driving manners and your efficiency. So right now it's showing 3.5 star, which is really bad. So increase the the intensity of your instrument cluster. It will show whether your phone is connected or not. So there is a lot of stuff I can't get in. And even like when you turn on the air conditioning, it shows some air only. So but you have to control from here, which we will talk about. So it shows time also. So there are some physical buttons also here, like this is to change your track or like browse through it, and this is to increase or decrease the volume, and this is for your home, going in home button. It's your favorite button, and changing the track like this, you can see it's changing. And this is for your phone for connection, and this is to going back. So a bit physical button is a good touch. And obviously AC vents here, and this is for your rear fog light, front fog light. You can see this is for hazard button, eco mode, which is it in, like we will,
City drive mode activated.
if we will press it again,
Economy drive mode activated.
so if we will press this is for sport mode.
Sport drive mode activated.
So like it gets eco, sport mode driving, and a normal, which if we will turn it off, it will go to city drive
mode activated.
And this is your whole, I mean, instrumental, I mean AC controls. Like this is for your the rear defogger, front defogger, and this is to choose out from, like, I mean, where the airflow you want, front, rear, I mean front, I mean on your face or the leg. Decrease or increase the fan speed, or increase or decrease the temperature from here. Turning off the AC, turning on the AC, recirculation. This is a dummy button, and just press this and the automatic climate control will turn on. Obviously it gets automatic climate control. And we haven't checked the audio system, so we'll check it. And
book a home at Renewal Place in Kanjurmarg. Then
शान से चलती है कम एंड ब्रेक्स और ज्यादा गाने, यानी छोटे एंड ब्रेक्स, क्योंकि रेडियो नशा सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है.
The audio system is really nice, and obviously it gets a JBL system. So total of 4 speakers, 4 tweeters, and a 1 subwoofer and 1 amplifier. So you can see 2 speakers, I mean 2 tweeters at the front, 2 at the back, 2 speakers at the front and 2 at the back, and subwoofer I showed you in the boot. So that's the thing. And below this you can see a USB cable here to connect your Android Auto, connect your phone, USB transfer and all those stuff, and aux cable, aux port. And here are a bit space to keep your phone easily, but obviously it's not a wireless charging pad. So, and this is your drive mode selector. Like right now it's in a normal city drive mode, or you can say a normal mode. And if you will shift this, it has gone to rough road mode, and it also speaks. Okay. Wait a second.
ये सुन के मेरा बचपन बीता, और अब यही गाना मेरी बेटी भी सुन.
So like if so it also says
wet mode activated.
I mean like that. So right now
NSE यानी कि नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के द्वारा एक बहुत ही बढ़िया कैंपेन.
So it get total of total two modes. One is the wet, another is the rough road. So you can see wet mode, and this is to turning off your traction control. You see ESP turned off, and this is for your hill descent control, turning it on. HDC turned on, so you can see that. And this is your obviously automatic gearbox with P, reverse, neutral and D. And this you can take manual control also just by pushing it on the side. And wait a second. Yeah, so if you will take to this, the sport mode automatically activates, and if you take to D again, city drive mode. So that's the thing. You can see sport mode. You can like increase or decrease the gear. So, and this is your aircraft inspired handbrake, which is a bit gimmicky, but I got used to it quite easily. I don't know about the others. So it gets a piano black treatment on top, and this is the key of this car. And here are your two cup holders which can easily come, and below this is your armrest, which is not a sliding one, but you get a storage below that, and you also get a cooling function, a 12-volt socket here, and a fast charging USB here, so you can charge your phone easily. And going on the glove box, so glove box is well shaped, and it also gets light, and a separate compartment here to keep your other stuff, a pen holder maybe here. This is your manual, and so you doesn't get mirror here on the driver side, but you do get a light with the mirror on the co-driver. And here are your lights control, turning it on off, and there are 3 separate buttons for each function. Like to open the close the sun blind, just press once and the sun blind will close, press again and it will open, just press once, it will just pop up. If you press again it will close, press it once, the whole sunroof will open. So you can see it's the maximum, it doesn't open further. That's it, and it gives a good view. You can pop your head out, but I won't recommend, at least when it's moving. So one more thing I wanted to show you, one party trick of this Tata Moto. As soon as we'll lock the car, we will so you can see right now the sunroof is open, and we will lock the car, and the sunroof closes automatically. You can see that's a really smart sunroof. And when you unlock the car, even the ORBM goes out, and vice versa when you lock. And you can see there is a 6-way power adjustable driver's side seat. You can adjust the recline height and stuff, and it also closes the sun blind, not only the sunroof. So it's really nice, like sunroof. It is quite intelligent, and so that's the thing. And obviously it gets auto, and it starts beeping. That's really a big flaw. And it gets automatic IRBM, and I've showed you the sunroof. So talking about the front seat, driver side also gets this lumbar adjustment, which is a nice touch, and the seat comfort is awesome, good, and like all the seats are comfortable, as I told. The fit finish is also good, the material used is nice. You might be thinking this is a hard plastic, but no, this is a slightly soft material. Obviously this is a fake wood, and this is your sort of a grayish treatment. So you can see the chrome tip around the this instrument cluster also, and the soft material is running all the way till here. And this is not soft though, it is hard. It could have been better. You can see grey material, metal finish here also around the instrument cluster. And that's all, I guess. And the car also gets a lot of safety features like ESP, traction control, 6 airbags, and many more. And let's talk about the driving part of this Tata Harrier. So we will rev the motor, and it revs almost till 9,000 rpm, and I'm in sport mode manual control, and it will spin a bit much, doesn't wheel spin much, but obviously it's automatic. And even in the sport mode, the traction control automatically turns on. Sorry, you can't turn off the automatic this transmission, traction control, what am I saying, whatever. So I'm in manual control, and it revs till maximum around 4,000 to 4,200, around somewhere around that. And it upshifts automatically, but the worst thing is that it doesn't doesn't downshift when you need a surge power. So that's the thing. Whereas and even doesn't hold to on gear, as I told. So whereas the shift in the normal city drive mode, and you can see the suspension is a bit stiff. You can easily feel it, especially when you compare to its rival. Especially the Hector, it's too soft. But the good thing about this suspension setup, so it's stiff on the lower speed, you can feel inside the cabin, third and all those, but it is quite stable on the highway, and even filters the uneven patches quite easily. Like right now I'm in low speed, and you can easily hear the noise and some undulation a bit, but obviously when it gains the speed, it easily absorbs good. And the good part of this suspension is that throw it around the corners, you don't feel like you are in an SUV, and it gives you a good confidence to throw it. And the suspension is really a charm of this car. And braking performance is also good. There is some amount of it could have been slightly better. It gives a sort of a magnetic, it just stucks to the gear. The brake just stucks, that's the thing. Otherwise braking is good. And obviously it gets ABS, and ABS kicks in a good time. It's not like it kicks in too early or too late. Whereas talking about the drive modes, so it total gets 3 modes, the driving modes, okay, not the rough road type of modes. So it gets a eco, sport, and a normal city driving mode. So as I told, when you shift to the manual, it automatically goes to sport mode. So I told about the sport mode, whereas in eco, the power just goes so down, and you can feel the undulation at the low speed. So in eco mode, the power just goes so down. It doesn't feel like that punchy, whereas in city the performance slightly increases, and whereas as soon as you shift in sport mode, it just feels like another level. So steering is also well weighted, and all in all, to wrap up, I would say if you want a perfect driving SUV, this is to go with. I know it's a bit costly, around 25 lakhs on road, for the top of the line, which is I believe dark edition. So I don't exactly know the figures, but it's around 25 lakhs only, somewhere 24 or maybe more. So it's if we talk about the 25 lakhs, it is definitely worth it if you want a well driving. Obviously it misses out on some of the major features which its rivals offers, like even the segment below cars like the Kia Seltos and Creta is also offering the ventilated or those charging pad and all those stuffs are offering. But at last, being like a driver's car, or like I was driving it around 5-6 days, 3-4 days around. So I felt like I took it to a long stretch also. So all in all, it really felt nice. I mean, like being a city driver's car, I mean, owning it would be a really charm, because like it has a good road presence. The bonnet, I mean, it is well sized and everything is just perfect, though it like misses out some of the gimmicky features which should have been added, and it would have been a boom. But being I mean, owning, according to my owning 4-5 days of owning, I came to know, like, yeah, it's not that you'll use your wireless charging pad every day, though the ventilated seats are must needed, especially in the Indian conditions. But the air conditioning of this car does a pretty well job, so you can miss out on that. So all in all, to wrap up, like if you have 25 lakh and you want a perfect SUV and you love driving the cars and all those, then I think you should go with the Harrier without a doubt, because like though the Hector have some more features, but it won't give you that much feel as the Harrier. It has the best build quality in the segment. The fit and feel, material, everything is just too good, as I told. So owning this car would be, you won't regret for paying this car. I mean, for paying 25 lakhs for this car. So this was my review of the Tata Harrier XZA Plus. I hope you guys did enjoyed it. What are your thoughts on the Tata Harrier? Do let us know in comment section. If you like this video, you know what to do. So give it a thumbs up. That's it. Okay, bye. Take care.